What's up, everybody? So we are currently waiting on the congressman. I should have assumed that this was the case, given previous conversations I've had with members of Congress, but given their schedules, there's a chance, don't even want to calculate it, that Representative Frost will not make it. So we're waiting. Kyla is doing her part to make sure it's 100% confirmed, but I am waiting to hear back. So we'll give them about 15 minutes, and the congressman doesn't show. It's going to be a very quick stream. Michael said I wouldn't watch it. Michael is from Destiny's Community. Good to see you, Michael. I appreciate you not watching. Let's see. He said we'll give the congressman a few minutes. Meantime, let's take a look at Twitter. Donald Trump. Okay. All right. Well, hang on. Let's do this. Stop screen sharing. Yeah.
United States of America. Nothing is more dangerous than to give immense power to a very weak and incompetent person with an extremely low IQ.
I want you to hear that again. That was Donald Trump speaking unironically.
Nothing is more dangerous than to give immense power to a very weak and incompetent person with an extremely low IQ.
All right, so that's Donald Trump extolling the dangers of giving immense power to someone with an extremely low IQ. So he's making a very compelling case for you eligible voters to vote for Vice President Kamala Harris if you've not yet done so. Karen Sandley, you need some cold FX, buddy. Yeah, I know. Like for the past week or so, I've had this tickle in my throat thinking, oh my God, it's about to burst into a full blown sinus infection or whatever. I mean, otherwise I feel fine, no congestion, but I just always feel like I'm on the verge of a cough. Let's see. Nick Pallas says, I couldn't agree more, Donnie. Yeah, me either, man. Again, what an ironic statement. I need to bookmark it. Probably do a video on it. Wait, why is this not working? Why can't I go back? Like I said, we are waiting on the congressman. There is a chance that he's not going to show up. Kyla kind of dropped that on me after I confirmed. So we're going to see what happens. But yeah, there's a chance that he might not show up. So we'll give it about 10 more minutes. Let's see. Okay. Seltzer? Harris up 3 points in Iowa? I think Nuance Bro sucks, but I am deeply skeptical. Although, let me tell you something. That would be the best thing to happen to Iowa in a long time. Iowa, I feel bad for them because they are represented by wait, where did I go? What is going on here? They're being represented by Chuck Grassley. Bro, check out the Sam Cedar debate. By the way, how epic was it? Mehdi Pierce interview, epic video today. Yeah, so I did see the Sam Cedar Tim Pool conversation. It was actually friendlier and more civil than I thought it would be. I thought Sam would be on the offense the whole time, but Tim, for the most part, was pretty skittish, and understandably so. I would also be very hesitant to debate Sam Cedar if I were Tim Pool. So for the most part, he tried to redirect Sam Cedar's antagonism towards him, and asking him stupid questions, hoping to redirect and find some common ground. It got spicy at a few points, and then there at the end, obviously. But yeah, I was actually surprised that happened. I don't know why Tim Pool agreed to have that conversation because he's been running from Sam Cedar for years. So, but I also don't watch Tim Pool a lot, so I don't know his views. I don't know if he's struggling or anything like that. If he needed to throw some spice in to generate attention. I mean, guy's got a big channel and he seems to do pretty well. What are you doing on election night, Jessiah? Are you at Stevens or doing anything else? No. So it was a tough call. So apparently 8 months ago, I kind of made a low key commitment to Luke Beasley, my other good buddy, and somebody who's also contributed immensely to my success. And then I got the offer from Steven. And so I basically had dueling offers. And the thing that tipped it over, well, two things. Steven's going to have a lot of people there, which is great, but he's not going to be alone. Luke was going to do a solo stream or a stream with me. And with Luke, I'll be able to simul stream it. So with Destiny, it's only going to be on his channel. So for those reasons, I thought it'd be better spent if I was with Luke in this situation, because Destiny's going to have all the help in the world. Are you excited for the election day stream? No, kinda. Luke's people put together a really cool, like, a really cool that promo together. We'll watch it here real quick. We have to show that the MAGA way will only ever end in electoral defeat.
Just completely off the rails consistently, openly, brazenly, and blatantly insult. It is a sign of his own desperation.
So friends, if you're eligible voters, I want you to keep this in mind. Donald Trump will never be held accountable for anything he does if you give him back the keys to the White House. The stakes are too high. Not gonna lie, that made me a little bit hyped. But no, honestly, so the third option, so you had the Destiny option, you had the Luke option. The third option was, and I was seriously tempted to just stay home and not do anything, like maybe put out my usual videos, but otherwise just to watch the election unfold privately. Because I vividly remember when I did this in 2020. I mean, I wasn't streaming at the time, but I was pacing the floor of the living room of my house. I was just like a nervous wreck the whole time. And it was good that a camera wasn't on me. I was dropping F-bombs left, right, and center. I was in a shitty mood. If anyone, like, I had a couple of friends over at the time, just they were hanging out. And if like they tried to talk to me, I was like, fuck off. I'm like, leave me alone. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. But I'm hoping that's going to be a good night. Super slick promo. Yeah. I know you're Destiny Orbiter, but how does one become a pondering politics, ruminate orbiter? So the thing is, I mean, at this point, I'd consider Destiny a buddy, probably a friend. I mean, we spent time together when he flew into Charlotte, and we drove together, or I drove him down to South Carolina so I could watch that debate. So we had time to like hang out. But I mean, like, I don't even know at this point if I'm considered an orbiter or not. But I don't have a community. Like, I have an audience. I appreciate you when you guys watch, but it's part of the reason, like, even though I get a lot of views per month on my video because I have an audience, I really don't have much by way of a community, which is why my live stream numbers are one of the reasons why my live stream numbers are really low. Like, I don't have a Reddit. I don't have a Discord. I don't have all that stuff. And I feel like it'd be a lot to manage, but that's something I'm going to have to revisit next year. Next year, once the election is calmed down and somebody is inaugurated as president, I'm going to be reworking things. My format is going to change somewhat next year, and I'm looking forward to that. Did you see Kamala's new closing argument ad? It was really good. Let's take a look at that one real quick, as a matter of fact. She dropped a really cool 2-minute ad. Hutch just texted about that Seltzer poll. He just texted about that Seltzer poll, which has Kamala up 3 points in Iowa. Man, I hope it's true. That's the thing, guys. I'm so skeptical. I'm so cynical. This is where I love his optimism. I even love Hutch's optimism and Econoboy's optimism. Pisco and I tend to be the cynics. Where is this Kamala ad? Switch here. Where is this? Pondering Politics account. I have it saved. No, not those ads. Bookmarks, ads. There it is. Here it is. We're going to take a look. And again, if we don't hear back about the congressman in about 5 minutes, this is probably going to be a short stream. Here it is.
Name's Hannah.
Come here, Hannah. Shake my hand. How you doing?
Good.
And bring everybody back together.
And that's exactly how I feel.
That's what I'm doing, man.
Okay, you
So,
have to stay in touch with me, okay?
I would
I'm
love
very
to.
serious about that.
Love to.
Okay. Throughout this campaign, I've seen the best of America, and I've seen what is holding you back and weighing you down. High costs, fundamental rights taken away, and politics that have driven fear and division. You deserve better. As president, I'll bring a new generation of leadership. I'll take on price gouging and bring down the cost of groceries and housing and prescriptions. I'll fight for your freedom to make your own choices, and I will protect your health care and your benefits, not take them away. The vast majority of people in our country have so much more in common than what separates them. Good people, hardworking people. We see in our fellow Americans neighbors, not enemies. We believe in each other. We believe in our country. We're not falling for these folks who are trying to divide us. Together, we'll build a brighter future for our nation, where we stand for freedom, we stand for justice, we stand for the dignity of work. We haven't yet quite reached all of those ideals, but we will die trying because we love our country. Now, the baton is in our hands. I pledge to seek common sense solutions to make your life better. And I pledge to be a president for all Americans. Now I'm asking for your vote, because as president, I will get up every day and fight for the American people. I'm Kamala Harris.
So that was a great ad. So a couple of things. Kyla just texted me, and Congressman Frost people are asking for tomorrow instead, same time. I don't take it personally. This schedule is crazy. He needs to be out doing what he's doing to get Democrats elected, which is his priority. So no, unfortunately, there will be no interview with Congressman Frost today. Probably won't be tomorrow either, because I can't guarantee that. Just a couple of things, though, before we end the stream. That was a really good ad by Vice President Harris. And you'll note that a lot of people were complaining that for the past couple of weeks, she's been too negative. She has been on the offense against Donald Trump and, making the case, oh, he's a fascist, he's an authoritarian, she needs to be making a more affirmative message. Well, if you actually look, much of her ads were still doing that. And if you look at her speeches, she was doing the same. You got to remember, the Democratic politicians have to walk, like they have to juggle multiple things. They have to make an affirmative case for their agenda. They have to correct the record from right-wing disinformation. And of course, they have to make a negative case against the opposition. So if they have to do at least three things. And she was doing all of those things. Obviously, you saw and heard more of an emphasis, in a large part because of the media, not even necessarily because of Harris, but because of the media fixating on the negative case against Trump, particularly given what we learned about John Kelly, Donald Trump's former chief of staff, calling Trump a fascist. But again, I assure you, go back and look at the ads and look at the Kamala HQ and listen to some of her speeches, because she's still been going to rallies. She was still making a very affirmative, policy-oriented case for her agenda should she become president. But she chose to make the final ad, the closing argument ad, a 100% positive, affirmative 2 minutes. Like, she didn't mention Trump at all. Trump didn't even show up at all in that ad. It was just about unity and potential and, again, just a really wholesome, affirmative, heartwarming case. That's good. That's good. I think that was the right note to hit. So answer some of the things in chat. Got to stream to have watchers, bro. Sif. I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, hopefully next year I'll get more time to do that. I've never seen Trump say anything about inclusion and being a president for everyone. I feel like if you don't support him, then you're the enemy. Yeah. So this is the thing that I constantly complain about in my videos and in conversations I have with conservatives. As a matter of fact, there was a conservative commentator yesterday that I responded to in a tweet and asked him to answer this question, and he didn't want to, which is, Democrats are rightly asked, when they're running for office, what are you going to do to serve Republican constituents, which is fair because no matter what office you're elected to, so let's say you're a congressman representing a specific district, well, you still have Republicans who live in that district. And to the extent that you're able, you're obligated to also do right by them and to represent their interests, even if you think the best way to do so is through a Democratic agenda, and vice versa for the Republicans. And then if you're, a state senator, a senator representing a state in the United States Senate, same thing. You have millions of constituents. Almost half of them would be somebody of the opposite party. You still have an obligation to represent them. And then if you're the president, that's the one national office, right? And so you have 340 million constituents. And we always ask Democrats, what are you going to do to reach across the aisle? What are you going to do to work with the Republicans? How are you going to serve Republicans? Perfectly fair question. But no one ever asks those questions of Donald Trump. People should be grilling Trump. Okay, what are you going to do to serve, because you are a servant as the president of the United States. What are you going to do to serve the people who criticize you, who don't vote you, who don't like you, who say that you're a threat to democracy? What are you going to do for them? How are you going to lift them up? And no one ever asked him that goddamn question. No one ever asked a Republican that question because the obligation is only ever on Democrats, and it drives me nuts. So you're right. Donald Trump can retreat as far right as possible, try to appeal to his base, and hope between the Electoral College and a radicalized base and low turnout among the oppositions. All he has to do is just to appeal to his right-wing base and basically say, I'm going to be a Republican president for Republicans, and that's it. It's really gross. I get emotional watching her rallies, her commercials, and others for her. I have so much hope we will move forward as a country and elect our first woman president. Yeah, I hope so too. But I don't know. It's a coin flip election. It really is. And maybe the data is going to be wrong, right? Maybe it's going to be a blowout. Maybe Kamala Harris is going to, sweep all 7 swing states and have an electoral college and a popular vote blowout, the likes of which we've never seen. But that's just religion. That is prayer. That is wishful thinking. That is not the case based on the data. And based on the data, this is a coin flip election. So if we don't turn up and turn out, we're going to lose. So turn up and turn out. If you're an eligible voter, and you're not registered, many states still permit same-day voter registration where you can go on November 5th, register to vote, and vote the same day. If you are a registered voter, go vote if you haven't yet. Your vote matters, particularly in a swing state. Let's see. Hi, if someone challenged my vote a month ago and I apparently ignored it and mailed in my vote, could it become a problem? I assume it's going to be fine, but I'm getting a bit anxious. Yeah, I'm trying to imagine. Would you live in like Georgia or something where they challenge your vote? Yeah, if you still mail it in, I mean, it's possible. Listen, I wouldn't put anything past these Republicans. It's possible that they'll find a way to throw it out. But I have to imagine there's a way to challenge it. I'm addicted to hopium. Yeah, watch Simon Rosenberg's Hopium Chronicles and go read them because he's like IRI on steroids. Why do people care so much about the Seltzer poll? Again, because Iowa's a red state and it shows Harris up by 3, and that would just be an extraordinary coup, like not like a literal coup, but I mean like an unexpected overthrow if she were to somehow, beat the odds and defeat him in Iowa. Yep. She's done a good job for how little time she's had. Yes, she has. She's run an excellent, disciplined campaign. She really has. So, all right, folks, I think IRI is I'm Really Important. He's a political streamer. He's very optimistic. He's a policy wonk. He's very good at what he does. You should definitely check him out. All right, folks, so we're about to end it. Sorry about that. I guess I should have assumed that there was going to be a potential that Congressman Frost would not show up. But again, like they're out, canvassing and door knocking and doing interviews and like trying to get the word out. So we're going to call the stream right now. But again, if you're an eligible voter, please make sure you have a plan to vote. There's still time. There's still time. And again, if you're not registered, same day voter registration is pretty common in the United States. Just Google it and see if your state permits it. And again, coin flip election. So on Tuesday, November 5th, starting at 4 p.m. Eastern, Luke Beasley and I on both of our channels, his channel and mine, we will be live streaming election coverage. I don't know how late we're going to go. I'm in my 30s, so it's not going to be till like 3 a.m. or anything like that. Luke's in his 20s, so, he probably has more energy. But we're going to be streaming for most of the day. For those of you who are here from Destiny's community, sorry to miss it. It was really, really tough. Part of me wanted to be in the bigger group environment where if I was in a shitty mood, I could, the obligation, the burden of entertaining people would be would be more evenly distributed around a bunch of people. But this will let me at least stream from my side and get views, and it would benefit the channel as well. And it's doing a solid for another buddy who's really helped me out as well, Luke Beasley, whom you should also like and subscribe. So, all right, friends, appreciate it. And I will see you all live stream wise on Tuesday. And of course, between now and then, you'll see plenty of